trust what you say and that's all okay. But everything starts to feel like a con, and I'm the pawn. Am I right or wrong?
This week you're going to want to turn up the volume because this elk hunt is going to be like no other, and it's going to be screaming success. Me and my good friend Rob from Lancaster Archery put in for general elk tags in the state of Montana. We packed the truck and decided to give it our best shot, sitting ground blinds and doing a little bit of calling. But little did we know that the excitement of this hunt would turn out to be truly world class.
Select Hunter. Select UA Package. Select Point. Select Transport. Select Accuracy Package. Select Nikon Optics.
Our focus on this hunt were going to be these river bottom whitetails, and originally the game plan was to hunt these food sources in the evenings for these bucks, and then if we heard or saw any elk, we could possibly chase those in the morning. But really the focus were these whitetails. And on my first evening up in this remote alfalfa patch, I had a great buck coming in, and I thought everything was going to be whitetail. But then I heard one bugle off in the distance, which kicked off one of my most amazing and unforgettable nights ever. Although that original bugle came from my left, this awesome bull and two cows just showed up out of nowhere from my right. And this is a great bull, and I'm getting ready to try to get a shot, but these elk are more concerned about that bugle from my left, and evidently the elk that are still working their way to the field. This elk is too far, and remember, I'm just sitting here hoping for a good whitetail, but unfortunately I had to let this whole thing play out right in front of me. sure to visit knockonarchery.com to see our entire line of Knock-On lifestyle clothing, as well as some awesome Knock-On gear and accessories that I personally take to the field myself. Enter promo code SHOWFAN and I'll include a free signed photo. Also remember that all U.S. orders over 100 get free shipping. knockonarchery.com. Other than having a world-class bull come right into me in a ground blind, there were several other elements that were really making me nervous. One was the wind was really hard and it was coming from right to left. And as you can see from these cows, they were just getting the catch of my wind. If this bull would have went to his right, this hunt was over. Then I was behind the camera guy, so I was limited on my shooting and I only had one window open to my right. So I was totally worried that if this bull came another 30 yards, I wouldn't even be able to have a shot. As you can tell, that hit is just a little bit too far back, and that's my fault for not compensating for that wind. And I can tell you that although my camera guy is quick to get excited, I know from experience that elk are big, tough animals, and a shot like this is gonna take time. You need to do your part, call at this animal, keep his attention, keep him thinking that his herd still feels safe, so that he's going to slow down and make this recovery and this track job a lot easier. Shots like this are stressful for any bow hunter, but one that you're most likely going to have to deal with. What's important is that you have a broadhead that you know works for you and not against you. I knew that every step this elk took, he was continuing to do damage on the inside. I knew that I hit a lethal organ, and that if I didn't bump this elk and left him till morning, that recovery was certain.
Yeah, dude. Look at that. Can you see that thing? Be careful. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh, dude. Look at the size of this freaking horn. So thankful. Did the right thing. Several beds. I know I hit him a little bit back. I could have sworn he was broadside, and when I watched the tape back, that's the great thing about a camera. When you watch the film, you know. And we didn't take any chances, not with an elk. Folks, if you haven't elk hunted, these things are so tough. And if you don't make a great shot and you don't see them go down, you really have to give an elk time. It's just super smart. That's the biggest side I've ever personally seen on an elk. Unless it's been in a store somewhere. But you know, before I left for this trip, I actually was on the phone with Randy Ulmer, a big part of who changed my archery career by helping me get over target panic years ago. And I told him I was going on a good elk hunt, or what I thought was a good elk hunt, because I drew a general tag here in Montana. General tag. Not a private ranch. General tag. Not a landowner tag. And I told him I'm going to really try to get a great bull. We picked the second week of September. My buddy Justin was supposed to be here and got called into work the day before I left. I called Mark, who's behind the camera. He's my neighbor in Iowa. And Mark just packed up on a win and came on this hunt with me. Thanks so much, buddy.
No problem.
And folks,
it was awesome.
This right here, I wish I could tell you guys that you could see one of these on every single episode of Nock On, or a double dropper muley, but I can guarantee you, when you're hunting on a limited budget, when you got your good friends and family filming for you, and you're going to places that you can hunt and you can afford, the average guy, you're typically shooting average animals, and every now and then we get our big buck of a lifetime, our elk of a lifetime, our muley of a lifetime, and I think I got it. That side, he's an old bull. It looks like he's had an injury right here. His base is all messed up, and actually at the taxidermist in town, they had said that they had found a huge shed, and I'm almost thinking that the set that they have is off this bull, and it looks like he injured his base. I'd love to get that match inside. I'm sure this is well in the 400s if both sides matched. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Nock On, get out there, enjoy the outdoors, get your family, get your friends involved. Get a camera and watch it over and over and over again, because that's what I'm going to do with this big old sucker coming over that hill last night. Mark, I'd high five you, dude, if you could get close enough, but I know you can't fit that beam in there. That thing's got to be 65, 70 inches long.
If you're looking to learn more about archery, be sure to tune in to Nock On Podcast. Nock On Podcast is a weekly talk show where I get in-depth with shooting techniques, equipment setup, and also give you a no BS review on some of the latest industry gear. Nock On Podcasts are great for listening on a road trip or that dreaded ride into work. Expand your archery knowledge with the highest level of world-class information on the airwaves. Nock On Podcast.
Hey everybody, word traveled fast about the bull that I shot, and the taxidermist actually thought that he knew of a guy that may have found the horn, the original left side for my bull, before he injured his skull where it cracked off. And sure enough, luckily the guy has agreed to let us show you this horn. Here's his horn. So if you can imagine this 2 years ago, that's what my bull looked like right there. Same snake in the main beam, same long beams, but someone bigger and better busted him off and caused him to grow a little bit funny. But I'm just super thankful that he allowed me to come and show you guys this. I tried talking him out of it, but it means as much to him as it means to me, because the guy that found this, Justin, this is the only elk shed he's ever found, so it's important to him. And I'm sure that after we measured my one side to my bull, if we include the spread that it has and then double that side, it's a 404-inch bull. So as much as having this would mean to me, it means equal amount to Justin, but I'm just super thankful that I'm able to come see it and hold it and know what my bull looked like before he got his battle wound by someone I'd hate to have seen him, but way bigger than this absolute giant.
Lone Wolves Field Recon.
This week's tip is about an awesome little thing that I learned up in Alberta when I was tracking that giant whitetail that I shot in Velvet a few years ago, because right after I shot that buck, he headed out into a huge CRP field, and as soon as he got out of my line of sight, I literally had no idea which way that buck went, and he headed to huge timber. So there was 300 or 400 yards that he could have went in at any point. And blood was minimal because on the exit there was just a small hole and it plugged up right away. So we barely had anything to go by. And if any of you who have ever tracked something in these CRP fields or grass fields, you know that finding small specks of blood when there's this much going on can be really tough. So what I did was I actually got down on the ground and used my binoculars to track the blood for me. I was able to get on the last drop that I saw, and I would use the shallow depth of field by focusing my binoculars to and from to find that next speck of blood. And if you have a decent blood trail, it's amazing at how far you can see that trail by just slowly moving your focus ring further and further and further away on that line that the blood's going. If you've got someone with you, send them up there to that spot where you're looking and tell them to stop. Move up to that next spot and just keep scanning. If you got a tough blood trail in a big grass field, a set of binoculars can definitely make or break that recovery.
After taking care of my elk, we decided to slip back into that same area the next morning for hopes to locate that other great bull that I had encountered. Rob still had his tag, so we hoped an early morning bugle might be all it took to get a location on another great bull.
This live bull we heard, he was probably a big herd bull.
As Rob and I sat there talking, we suddenly heard a bugle really close. I told Rob to get ready, and I ran the other way for hopes to call the bull past him. But this bull was so hot, Rob literally almost missed his chance.
Whoa, buddy! Smoker, dude! I thought he was gonna hit me. Are you recording? Yes. Yeah, dude! Got him. Dude, he went down. Look. 3 yards from me. Yes! Yeah! Look at that! Yeah, baby! Yes! Holy smokes, perfect shot. That wasn't very safe because I was ready to shoot him again. You were only 3 yards from me. Unbelievable! Dude, congratulations. Thank you. Awesome job.
Folks, obviously that's a giant bull, but this is Rob right here from Lancaster Archery, and we've been friends a long time. We were actually talking about it on the way up here. When I first started shooting competitively, I needed a pair of vanes, or some vanes for my arrows at a tournament. I went to the Lancaster trailer, and for probably 15 years or better, Lancaster's always, that's where I've bought everything from. We've been good friends, but Rob loves archery, and that's why I really push you guys for people that have great products or great businesses, and he has done a lot for archery, and we came on this hunt together. General draw, we both drew tags, and holy cow, dude, that is unbelievable. I say that all the time, but I don't know what else to say.
We've had an extremely windy morning, and we're very thankful that things worked out. We had a hard time hearing, but this bull thankfully heard John, and John was able to call the bull right past us. He stopped, we took the shot, and the bull ended up dying right at John's feet. He actually had to get out of the way. And what a terrific morning, and what a terrific week we've had. The fellowship in camp with John Dudley of Nock On TV. Known John for 20 years, since the 90s, when he started shooting 3D and target archery. and we're just thankful to have had the week to get to know each other better, and we've had a lot of laughs. You know, it's just something that we really enjoy at Lancaster Archery. For over 30 years, we've been serving archers one at a time, and whether it's 3D and target archery or bow hunting, we're dedicated to each and every archer that we serve.